Audio. All right, we sound good. All right, boys, buckle up. We've got a rich one today. Okay, so people stopped paying their bills, according to my boy Michael Bordenaro here in this video. Now, I'm going to piggyback off of him, and we're really going to dive deep on this. If you're new here, welcome. God, we're going to have some fun. I guess not really. It might be a little depressing, but we'll try and laugh a little bit. But I bring this up because 1.7 million views, 11,000 comments, pretty relatable stuff. So before we start talking about that, though, let's listen to our boy Jeff Bezos and see what he has to say about the economy, because he knows a thing or two about money. I think, according to the media. Anyways.
The economy does not look great right now. Things are slowing down. You're seeing layoffs in many, many sectors of the economy. People are slowing down. The probabilities say if we're not in a recession right now, we're likely to be in one very soon. So my advice to people, whether they're small business owners or, is take some risk off the table. If you were going to make a purchase, maybe slow down that purchase a little bit. Keep some dry powder on hand and wait a bit and see how. Try to reduce some risk in your business or your life.
Okay, now, aside from him being the richest guy ever, all right, just one thing to take away from him is if this dude is saying, hey, chill out a little bit on the spending, it's safe to say we should probably chill out a little bit on the spending. Okay, so real quick. Now, I do a little bit of charity work here if you're new. All right, I like to give people money, all right, because I can. Now, this one pissed me off. This is Rich. I'm not going to say the guy's name, but this is just get ready for this one. And then we're going to move forward. But this is just insane, okay? All right, so this guy hits me up for money, and he goes, hey, the job market's terrible right now. I'm struggling in the job search. He has older parents that he is taking care of. He has 2 nieces that live with them. He has a girlfriend, and he wants to get married one day. Okay, very ambitious of you. He wants to save up for a wedding, be able to have a good job. He goes, but right now he's got a lot of anxiety and stress because he can't get paid that well, and he's feeling judged. He goes, I appreciate your videos, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I would hate to ask for money, but it would definitely help. Now, I'm not going to put this guy's name in here. I don't mean to roast you if you're watching this, but you really pissed me to fuck off. So this guy hits me up for money, right? What do? I go, no problem. No problem. So I send him to another guy who I work with. I work with a few dudes who like to just help people in need out, because guess what? I've been helped out before. So I send him over to the guy, right? Dude goes, I'm ready. Tell him to text me. For free money. $100. We were actually going to give him $250. We were going to surprise him. Yeah, I know. He never fucking showed up. Anyone? Free money. Now I'm starting to understand why you can't get a fucking job. And I'm getting... Anyways, that same $250 we're going to give away to 2 different people watching this right now, but we'll talk about that at the end of the video. But just think about that. You couldn't even handle getting free money, and you want a wedding? You want a wedding? I'm about to get up and I'm about to drop kick somebody through the screen right now, because that is just think about that. Free money. Couldn't even show up for free money. Virtually through the internet. Anyways. So this one's from TikTok. It goes, if 4,600 people would send me $1, I wouldn't be homeless in 3 days. She's got the eviction notice at the bottom. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm predicting more and more crowdfunding going on, which is something that we do here. It's not like to get views or anything. It's just because I understand. I've lived in a Ford Fusion. I get it. Good Lord. Anyways, that guy just pissed me off, man. Just couldn't even show up for free money. Yeah, you want to get married and take care of kids in a house. No, that's good. I've heard a lot of good ones before, but that is rich. All right, now let's get down to brass tacks, okay? Because I've been down and out before, all right? I already said I lived in a car. So I'm going to go over the things that I've also given up on, but we're going to start with this lady here. This is number one, and I think a lot more people are going to give this up. I'm not telling you to, just my prediction.
The things I'm giving up as the cost of living increases. One thing I did earlier this year was give up health insurance.
Yeah. I gave up health insurance a long fucking time ago. The moment I had to literally move into a vehicle, my fault. I fucked up. I should have had a lot of money on reserve. That's my bad. Okay? But sometimes, not every day is going to be your best. Not every week is going to be your best week. Not every month is going to go accordingly. Not every year is going to be the one. I'm not actually mad. But I haven't had it since. It's been like 7 years. I know. Tremendous. And it's so expensive, I don't even care. I'd rather die. Just me. No big deal. Whatever. And guess what my second one I gave up was? Credit cards. Bingo. Bingo was his name. Oh, you guessed it, Johnny. Yeah, more and more Americans are racking up credit card debt. And guess what? It's going to be one of the first ones that you're not going to be paying. Guarantee it. Yeah, I'm having a great time right now. And, fuck it. Can't beat them, join them. This guy goes all the way, though. This one goes, talking about a felony if you don't pay your taxes.
Two things I don't play about. That's my family and my motherfucking money. When I say I am not paying no more taxes, that's exactly what the fuck I mean. No more. Okay?
And before you think he's crazy, I actually feel his frustration. But listen to this dude, small business owner. He's his only employee. He's not going to not pay taxes, but listen to his strategy. No, this is it's riveting stuff. I mean, seriously.
Hey, TikTok. I'm a small business owner in California. Things have just gotten progressively worse for me over the last 4, 5, 6 years. I have to pay workers' comp. I have no employees. Health insurance for my family is so insane. Insurance for vehicles, especially company vehicles, is just outrageous. And just taxes. Taxes are absolutely insane. This is the first year, I'm 50 years old. This is the first year that I've ever actually felt really terrible about paying taxes. $30,000 to the U.S. government just from me. And I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to slow down working. My house is paid for. I have vehicles that are paid for, and I think I'm just going to pay the bare minimum. I'm not going to kill myself to give them money. I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm just tired of it.
Damn right. Hey, a man with no bills is a rich man. And that's why people are starting to drop bills, because they're realizing, what's the point? It's. Hey, you know what? I'm all for it. I'm here. Get on in here, brother. It's a party up in here. All right, we're letting everything loose. If you're new here, I'd like to read some of your comments from previous videos. Keep it light, keep it loose, keep it funky, keep it fresh. This dude goes, working jobs we hate to buy shit we don't need to impress people we don't know or like. He goes, what does it get you at the end of the day? Nothing. Well, this is the beautiful part, because a lot of people are starting not to give a shit. And I commend you guys. I agree. Just like this, and this woman actually just gave up all bills. I don't know how, actually I do know how.
Mental breakdown and stopped paying my bills about a year ago because money is made up and your labor is what's valuable.
Now, I do understand that time and money is a made-up construct. Duh. But the only people that are really able to say that and really mean it are people like this.
Just do it. Just move back in with your parents, because I promise you, I don't pay for any of this. Not the house, not the pool, not the maintenance, nada. I don't even pay for groceries around here. I have a whole ass kid.
A whole ass kid. Bitch. Sorry, she just said it funny.
I don't pay for half of her shit. Our parents have that boomer money. Just do it. Just move in. I promise you. And they're older now, so they're cool. They drink. We drink. We have fun. We play water gun, squirt tag. It's a fucking vibe over here.
I would love to play water gun squirt tag with my parents, but they're dead. My dad's not actually dead, but he's mentally gone, and he lives in a nursing home that the government pays for on welfare because he was broke. Anyways, but let's say you don't have rich boomer parents with a pool in the backyard that you could play a water gun with. Gotcha, Mom. Stop it. This is another one. And these dudes here, this is the classic, living in your car. It's not just one guy, it's two. Yeah, they're both snuggled up in the Toyota Camry. I know. But that's where it's at. And I wish I could play the video, but there was music in it that got copyright striked. So, but they were just saying the bills are so big, what's the point? They'd rather snuggle it out, thug it out in the Toyota, triple chilling. And all the money they make, they don't have to just shell it out to bills. So, hey, I commend these boys. I'm not happy that this is what it's come to. I don't mean it like that. But I've been there, brother, and I totally get it. Anyways, this guy had a great point. We're talking about milking the clock, right? Like not getting paid what we're worth in this one video I did. And I kind of said how many people watching have to work overtime every week just to make it work. So you're just milking the overtime. And I was talking about like construction. So I said, wouldn't it be nice if you could just build a house or two a year and call it a year? You know, work 6 months, you build 2 homes. No, it's not enough. You got to build 10. So what I mean is you just keep milking the clock when really you could have just got paid for the same job. And this dude actually agreed with me. But when he said he said the same shit, but it goes deeper than that. And what I mean, so it goes deeper than that. Like you're basically just living at work when you're working those 7 days a week and all that overtime. But it's gotten to the point where I now know 3 people, grown-ups, whole ass kids, who are now living at they're in their small business. They've given up their housing. Yeah, I know. Office life. And and I get it. I get it because you think I'm in my house right now, right? I'm in my living room. I have gutted out my living room. I said, fuck comfort. Okay? I was like, I need to get this internet money. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. And if I did have an office and it came down to keeping my business or my house would go too. So I see a lot more of that happening as well. And also, shout out to Mike and Greg over at McCabe's. McCabe's is a local bagel coffee spot in West Palm Beach. It's where I go. They did not sponsor this. But Mike and Greg were kind enough to just hand me some cash because they like the YouTube videos. Shout out to you, Mike and Greg. I really appreciate you boys. And if you guys ever run out into me in public, you don't need money to say hi, but thank you. I just wanted to say thanks to them. All right. Now, this one was funny, okay? This lady is going to give us on some advice on what bills to pay and what bills not to pay when you're running low on funds. I thought this was interesting, and it actually sparked some old memories from some people I knew back in the day. So this is Rich.
And this is some advice for the youth, for the young people. See, people be asking me like, oh, ain't no way you be so cheerful and so happy to go to work. Let me tell you something. 2 bills I never not pay, and there's rents and whatever car payment I got. If there's car payment, car insurance, car whatever, I'm going to pay my rent. You know why? Because I would rather pay my rent to be sleeping on somebody else's motherfucking couch. Because let me tell you something. If you pay that rent and you ain't got no lights, baby, go get some candles.
Okay, so you might not have understood her, but she said if you ain't got no lights, get some candles. Okay, sorry, I'm not making fun of her. I'm making fun with her. We're having fun. I've never actually experienced that except for in a hurricane because I live in Florida. So, yeah.
Candles. Baby, if you got that rent paid at that house and no water, go to your friend's house, take a shower. Go get a gym membership and take a shower. But
Okay, so I've experienced the no power and no water thing several times in my life. We kind of expect it once in a while down here in Florida. But the no water thing, this is crazy. Get ready for this one. My first ever girlfriend, right? Her parents were very like, let's just say they didn't abide by society's rules. She didn't even live with them. But I ended up meeting her dad, and he lived in this shack, literally like this one, like a studio, but it was a house. I walk in, no AC, no electricity, no running water. I find this all out as I'm there for about 20 minutes. I know. So as I'm going to get some water, I'm like, shit. I go, I'm like, hey, where do I get the water at? He points out in the backyard. He has like 25 giant drums, like barrels and like buckets, all out there. Rain buckets. Yeah, rain buckets. And at first, when you're 17 and you see this, you kind of go, this guy's a little bit off the reservation. But actually, now that I'm older, I think he was just ahead of his time. And I'm not saying that's what things are going to come down to, but if shit really went sideways, that guy's going to be just okay. So, anyways, I just thought that was a funny story to share with you.
As long as you got your own place, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. The rest of it come later. And as far as the car, baby, I would never not have a car. Let me tell you, because waiting on somebody else.
So if it's
And plus, if you can't afford your house, or if you can't afford the water, the electric, and then you can't afford the house, you're going to live in the car. I know. It's a perfect game plan. All right, so we're going to totally switch gears here. After this lady, we're going to talk about the $250 giveaway and how you could get it. It's very easy. But let's let this lady run. And she's talking about how everybody's not broke. So there you go. Let's get some positive stuff here.
seems as if everyone around you is able to afford life but you, and you're really curious to learn the secret, here are a few things that might put it in perspective. Not everyone's broke, and this is something that I feel that some people tend to forget. But while it's true that we all deal with the effects of higher fuel costs and higher food, inflation hits people differently. Some people bought their homes when prices were lower, so they have a lower mortgage payment, or they have a dual income household, or they live with their parents, or they don't shop a lot. All these factors can contribute to them having more disposable income. You also have to keep in mind that
She's going somewhere with this. Be patient.
there are some people who just simply don't care about having credit card debt. You also have people who supplement their income, which kind of goes back to the first point about not everyone's broke. I've heard of people who use their 9-to-5 job for solely their living expenses, and then they'll get a side hustle and they'll use all of that money for fun. And
That was me most of my life. I'm in my mid-30s. I'd say upwards of 12 years of the 18 years I've been working, 2 jobs. Not to be broke either.
then you have people who are just really good planners.
Okay, so this is where this comes to an effect, because you have now, just in case you do need some help, all right, this is where the $250 giveaway comes into, because I do know some people who have hustled their ass off, and they've also been in shitty situations. So, if you would like some money, we're going to be picking 2 people, all right, $125 each. You're going to hit up my boy Kev. This is his @ name, Kev Decor. I will leave it down below in case you cannot spell Kev, Decor, on Instagram. You're going to DM him. Keep it short. Keep it short. Just say, hey, saw you on Jack's channel. I could really use $100. I'm going through something. That's it. Okay? You don't need to be like missing a leg or you know, your uncle just came out of the closet. It doesn't have to be extreme. Okay? Just taking the initiative. Remember the guy in the beginning we were talking about? All right? He took the initiative, but then he just fucking ghosted us, which I just can't believe that. Me and Kev had a good laugh on that one, actually. So yeah, DM him. Keep it short. A really cool dude. One of my friends, and he's gonna hook you up. Okay, guys. So that's how that works. That's how simple it is. Okay, there's nothing else you need to do. There's nothing else attached to it. All right. Preferably have a Zelle or Cash App, one of those two. And yeah. And here's a little bit just to leave you off on a positive note. I thought this one was a really nice comment from Lori here. It goes, people overestimate, in case you feel down and out right now, I thought this was pretty good. People overestimate what they can accomplish in a year, but underestimate what they can accomplish in a decade. Failure is a natural part of life. The important thing is to remember is to get back up and keep going, baby. Bomb de clot, boy. Powerful stuff. All right. Hell of a talk. Shout out to all my Patreon members. You guys leave your thoughts. Any bills you guys are going to, just kind of go and fuck it. I don't care anymore. For me, I don't have health insurance. I never really had a high credit card debt to begin with. But I don't have any credit card debt. Or maybe I'm carrying a $100 balance right now. What else? I mean, basically, that's all I really could cut out. I mean, I have a roommate. I'm doing everything I can do. I guess I could drop down to one car, but I own both my cars, and one of them's classic, so it's insurance cheap. But you guys tell me what stuff you've been dropping, because if I could drop all insurance, including car insurance, that shit would have been gone. God, hell of a talk. Good stuff, man. That was fun. Oh, that was a good time.